So I'm on the back now, and I'm folding the center of the dart. I'm starting from the bottom. I'm going from the bottom up, right? Just in case they're a little bit bigger, so it will be more even on the top. So I poke my needle, my pin, on the line on the top, the dart leg. So then I come to the back, and it's not matching. So I'm just need to move it, bring it, pin it. That's cool. It just hit at the right spot. So I think this one is gonna need more than 2, just because it's longer, right? Okay, so let's do it again. So I'm gonna go through my pin on the center front, on the line, on the dart leg. It didn't poke through, then is not matching. There. Just poke it through, and it matches, right? So I'm gonna do it again. I know it's repetitious, but it's nice because the more I talk about it, the easier it gets. Okay, so I fold it on the center, poke it through. It didn't come. It didn't match. It didn't match again. It matched there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it matched there. So I'll do the same thing. It's tedious, but the better it is here, when you translate it onto paper, it will be easier and more clean, easier to sew. So that's why I'm taking more time here. Okay, so it didn't match. Yay, there. So let's do one closer to the waist. Didn't match. It's important that all of these points are matching, right? Alrighty. So now I have my front and my back done. So now I'm going to fix the waist. So here I kind of push it open, just because I want this part to be more flat, right? So all of this is the shape that the darts are creating, and if I leave it flat, then I ruin the fabric, and I don't want to do that. So now I can see the shape of my waist, right? This is my square of my front, and then that's my waist. Alrighty, so here we can do it in couple of steps. So we can come from here and then flip the ruler over and then do the other side, or we can do everything at once. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it does not. So you just have to look for the right angle. And one point here that is very important: try not to cut too low on your markings, because if you do, then when you put it on your dress form, you're going to see the tape on the waist, and that means that it's too low, and you're gonna have to fix it when you have it on paper. So it's easier to leave it a little longer, maybe 1/8 longer, so that way when you put it on your dress form, if it's a little bigger, if it's a little longer than the waist tape, you can still mark it and cut it off. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do this in 2 sessions, and it seems like it's there. So I'm gonna mark from here, because I see one marking here. So I don't want to go over my my square, right? So I'm going to come, and remember, I don't push my pencil on my ruler. I just use the ruler as a guide to glide my pencil, right? And then I do it a couple of times, and there it is. I can either go back with this like this, or I can turn it around and I can finish it up like this, right? And that's my waist. Once I have that done, I'm happy with it, then we're gonna cut it, right? So remember that the dart intake, it falls towards the center front. And we're not gonna have any seam allowance on the waist, no seam allowance on the hem. And then I'm gonna cut on that cut line. So that's my front panel. This one is completely done. It's completely done. So let's do the same thing on the back. Remember that this is the I don't even know the name of it. That's funny. Alrighty, and you can see the markings. Hopefully you can see. I cannot zoom on my phone. Okay, so now remember, I don't want to get rid of my square on the front, and it looks like this way it fits better all the way. It's a little bit low right here because I can see markings there, but I like it. I like it. So I'm gonna go like this. So I'm gonna do twice because I don't want to leave it too long either. So I'm just using my ruler as a guide. I'm not resting my pencil. I'm gonna come to the other side, and I'm gonna finish it up, and I'm gonna stop just right on my square line because I'm not going over it because I don't want to lose it. Once I have that, I'm gonna cut it. See, and I was gonna make the mistake of cutting my darts facing the side seam, but they're wrong. They need to face the center front. The axis of the darts, they have to fall this way. I almost cut it the other way. I almost did. It should have been, I would have been devastated. Okay, so now there. So I'm gonna have to redo the waist. So like again, remember, I'm just gliding my pencil on the ruler. I am not pushing my pencil onto the ruler because I don't want the ruler to move. Once I do my waist, once I true my waist, then I'm gonna come, I'm gonna cut it. Once that is cut, then I'm gonna cut the side seam. So once the back is done, so this is the back, this is the volume that the dart is giving us. So this is the back and this is the front.